Welcome to the Port City, Mobile, Alabama, home to the South Alabama Jaguars at Hancock-Whitney Stadium, and we have been fired up about this match all week. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the South Alabama Jaguars. Glad okay, ready? Wants to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Hold on. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. He's looking to pass. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited.
Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. On target. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is
the Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. In the gun, looking to throw. Now, Middle Tennessee fired in from the red zone for the score.
one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to
Rawson McNeil, I love it.
Catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to
What a
be, knowing when he's going to sit.
They just go right down the field.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. He'll keep it himself. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep third downs manageable for this offense.
Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll move the tight end. He'll do it himself. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense is for... Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he goes down back at the 1-yard line.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Turbin. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
This time he's got it. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. It's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. That's caught. It's Turbin. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Trying to take it back. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this.
Turning it on! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
He's got him this time. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Wide receiver going in motion. Makes the grab. Across the 25, he's got room. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Here comes the offense on first down. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Throwing right. It's caught downfield. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season.
He's got it, first down and more. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Trying to find the end zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. He'll pull it on the read. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in.
Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. third down coming.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area. They forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here, it'd make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Tight end now in motion. Off play action on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the... Trying to start the drive with a pass. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's
taken the shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, quarterback...
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in, it's Simmons. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got the quick pass. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the play fake. This time it's complete. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Finds his big tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Ripping through the defense. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Looking to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. Fitted in the window for... Let's see how aggressive this defensive coordinator is with the lead in just a few minutes left. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires on the move. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Across the 45. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
He's got it on the move. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Touchdown, MTSU! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Who can you count on those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so it's a two-point conversion attempt. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. And still a one-point game here, Jesse, and the offense would like to put something together.
No doubt, execution is going to be critical here, David, because with a one-point lead, it just...
There he goes! Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Turbin. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
That is how it's done. Great job by this offense. And because of the score and the time, you kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a 2-point conversion.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That will put the wrap on. Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll send the tight end in motion. Gives it on the option. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone,
let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Throws for the tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He'll do it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterback.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Here's the handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. So now it's second and long. They'll run play action. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. From the 30-yard line on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Working the middle, it's complete. Brought down at the 31, it is a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. effort in there, but incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards and then get your booty out of bounds.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's Turbin. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Trying play action. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for the big play. And here's the third interception of the night. Takes it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Didn't really... The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Under fire. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Just a short... Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the... Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback moving. Connection to the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make... Throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Raiders! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever... Wants to go up top on first down. Punts it out of the air.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. Gets it out quickly. Open space at the 25. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. He's got the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. After that last completion, it's second down. Wants to keep it in the air. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. throw it away. Don't take...
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, MTSU. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean.
This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen. Quarterback on the keeper. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. They'll move the tight end. He'll pull it on the read. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. Going right to work up top. Now improvising. Grabbed over the middle. It's Turbin. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
To the air on first down. Fires to the right. It's complete. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is...
Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. Great job by the back on... The give to the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Quick completion on the out route.
That's a great job by the wide receiver understanding where the first down marker is. Don't mess around. Don't run 2 yards short. Get to the first down, catch the football, move the sticks, and get an extra set of downs.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Just nowhere to go against this defense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. intercepted, and now he's up to 14. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Boom. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
When I'm a quarterback, and I see zone, and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hurry. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he can make the catch.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going downfield for the big play. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI, stayed calm.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
They're in makeable field goal range, but on 4th down with this deficit, they'll leave the... Makes a grab past the marker. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
Yeah.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Wants to throw on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Shaw. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Miami. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless.
Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He makes the catch. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. New set of downs after the completion. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got a chance.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Good timing on the quick out. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. This offense doing business in the red zone. The give to the tailback. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll do it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Touchdown, Blue Raider! Score.
Yeah, I love the little play-action fake. It's, you get inside the 5, you're thinking run.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. It's Patterson. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Makes the grab. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Turbin. and he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Pulls it in. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Flips it out on the screen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rides the back on the option, the give. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Try to barge their way in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, MTSU. Grab the short. Might be calling a hot route. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Handoff from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Snagged in the middle. It's Patterson. Oh, a lot of space. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll start this drive going to the air. Get it out on the screen. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Quick strike complete. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Makes the grab. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They're going to test the right side with this one. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter how.
Welcome to Jacksonville, Alabama, a hidden gem a few miles from the border of Georgia and home to the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State, where these fans are fired. They'll run it from the gun. And the first play is stuffed, and the visitors know they're not exactly being welcomed in this place.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
And they fail to hook up on third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm.
Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's y'all. Wide open spaces. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Gonna run it. It's Shaw. He's gonna lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Works the middle of the field. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on third down.
They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Dances away. Going to try to get it himself.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Eighth play of the drive, and to keep this one going, they'll need to convert a 3rd and 5. Got it in the middle. It's Turbin. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. He caught it. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to slam it in. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And they've moved closer and closer, and still they need 2 yards. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go.
First play of the period, 1st down here. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. That's reeled in. It's Patterson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Using the quick game. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Simmons. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. Tough run. Gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Off play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Trying to pound it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
He'll pull it on the read. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
Well, they go back to the option play. Now, this is the 2nd time, Pollock.
The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Turbin. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Right on the money. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They'll throw it from the red zone. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was... Great place to start for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Sends it back in motion. To the air on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
The give on the option. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. He's got it. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Rides the back and leaves it. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Jacksonville for an entertaining first half than you? And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains...
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. To the ground with the back. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. The quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Turbin. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Shaw. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close.
There he goes. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
He'll keep it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
Got it. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. Precision. They'll start this drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Working that left side now. Turning on the Jets. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Looking to throw on 3rd. They're working that left side. It's a running room. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, MTSU. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option.
Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
He'll do it himself. QB got it himself. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now and flashing that on the option play? There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. And the route is on. You see some confidence over there as they're... The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Off play action on first down. Fires to the middle. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. The play action fake. Got a man. It's Peters. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Well, he couldn't find any running room at all, and he'll end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody doing their job. There was just nowhere to go there for the QB.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
He makes a grab. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. And the stomping has... Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been...